Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Tropa. Here are the latest NBA games results, schedule of games today, and the updated NBA team standings as of today, December 10th, 2024.
In the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers still holds the best record in the NBA this season with 21 wins and only 4 defeats. At the second spot are the Boston Celtics with 19 wins and just 5 defeats. Still holding on to the third spot are the Orlando Magic with 17 victories and 9 losses. Still at fourth spot are the New York Knicks with 14 wins and 9 losses. The Miami Heat climbs up and completes the East top 5 with 12 wins and 10 losses and now have a 3-game winning streak. Also moved up at the 6th spot are the Milwaukee Bucks with 12 victories and 11 losses. Down at number 7 are the Atlanta Hawks with 13 wins and 12 loss record. The Brooklyn Nets are still at the 8th spot with 10 victories and 14 losses. At number 9th are the Chicago Bulls with 10 victories and 15 defeats. Completing the East top 10 are the Indiana Pacers, who also have 10 wins against 15 losses. The Detroit Pistons are at the 11th spot with 10 victories and 15 defeats standing. Up at number 12 are the Philadelphia 76ers with 7 victories and 15 losses, and on a 2-game winning streak. At number 13 are the Charlotte Hornets with 7 victories and 17 defeats. And number 14 are the Toronto Raptors with 7 victories and 17 losses, and have lost back-to-back games. And at number 15 and the very bottom of the Eastern Conference standings are the Washington Wizards with just 3 wins and already accumulated 19 losses. In the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder remains on top with 18 wins and just 5 losses and on a 3-game winning streak. Moving up to the second spot are the Memphis Grizzlies with 17 wins and 8 losses and have won 3 straight games. At the third place are the Houston Rockets with 16 victories and 8 defeats. At number 4 are the Dallas Mavericks, also with 16 wins and 8 defeats standing and on a 7-game winning streak. Completing the West top 5 is Steph Curry and the rest of the Golden State Warriors, with 14 wins against 9 defeats. Still at number 6 are the Los Angeles Clippers with 14 victories and 11 losses and have lost 2 in a row. The Denver Nuggets are up at number 7 with 12 wins against 10 defeats. At number 8 are the Los Angeles Lakers with 13 wins and 11 losses. Sliding down to number 9 are the Minnesota Timberwolves with 12 wins and 10 losses. Completing the West top 10 are the struggling Phoenix Suns with 12 wins and 11 losses and on a 3-game losing streak. The San Antonio Spurs are at number 11 with 12 victories and 12 defeats. At number 12 are the Sacramento Kings with 12 wins and 13 losses and on a 2-game winning run. The Portland Trail Blazers are at the 13th spot with 8 wins and 16 defeats and on a 4-game losing streak. The Utah Jazz are at 14th place with 5 victories and 18 losses. And at the very bottom of the Western Conference standings are the New Orleans Pelicans with 5 wins and 20 defeats and have lost their last 2 matches. In the first of 12 NBA games played today, the Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Chicago Bulls with the final score of 108-100. Joel Embiid top scored for the Sixers with 31 points along with 12 rebounds, followed by a triple-double performance from Tyrese Maxey, who finished with 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 14 assists, and Paul George, 12 points. For Chicago, Zach LaVine led the Bulls in scoring with 30 points, followed by Nikola Vucevic and Kobe White, who both scored 13 points. In the second game, the Milwaukee Bucks gets a road victory over the Brooklyn Nets with the final score of 118-113. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the Bucks with 34 points, along with 11 rebounds, followed by Bobby Portis Jr., 23 points, and Gary Trent Jr., 20 points. For Brooklyn, Dennis Schroeder led the Nets in scoring with 34 points on top of 11 assists, followed by Cameron Johnson, 26 points, and Nick Claxton, 21 points. In the third game, the Charlotte Hornets also had a road victory by defeating the Indiana Pacers with the final score of 113-109. Brandon Miller led the Hornets in scoring with 26 points, followed by Vasilije Micic, 18 points, and Cody Martin, 14 points. For Indiana, TJ McConnell led the Pacers in scoring with 30 points, followed by Jarace Walker, 15 points, and Benedict Mathurin, 11 points. In the fourth game, the Miami Heat gets a huge win at home by defeating the league-leading Cleveland Cavaliers with the final score of 122-113. Tyler Hero led Miami with 34 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists, followed by Duncan Robinson, 23 points, and Jimmy Butler, 18 points. For Cleveland, Darius Garland led the Cavs in scoring with 23 points, followed by George Niang, 15 points, and T. Jerome, 14 points. In game number 5, the Denver Nuggets cruises to a 141-111 beatdown of the Atlanta Hawks on the road. NBA. 3-time most valuable player Nikola Jokic followed up his 56-point performance last game with another dominant performance, finishing with 48 big points on top of 14 rebounds and 8 assists. Michael Porter Jr. added 26 points and Christian Brown 17 points. For Atlanta, DeAndre Hunter led the Hawks in scoring with 20 points, followed by Dyson Daniels 18 points and Larry Nance Jr. 16 points. In game number 6, the Orlando Magic gets a home victory despite missing the services of their two main men Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, as they defeated the Phoenix Suns with the final score of 105-100. Jalen Suggs led Orlando in scoring with 26 points, followed by Goga Bitadze with 21 points along with 16 rebounds and Cole Anthony, 14 points. For Phoenix, Devin Booker led the Suns in scoring with 25 points, followed by Tyus Jones, 21 points, and Bradley Beal, 18 points. Phoenix superstar Kevin Durant still did not play in this game due to a sprained ankle injury. In game number 7, the San Antonio Spurs took care of business at home by defeating the Western Conference worst team, New Orleans Pelicans, with the final score of 121-116. The Alien, Victor Wembanyama led San Antonio with 25 points along with 10 rebounds, followed by Stephen Castle 22 points and Harrison Barnes 16 points. For New Orleans, Trey Murphy III led the Pelicans in scoring with 25 points, followed by CJ McCollum 19 points and DeJounte Murray 18 points. In the 8th game, the Memphis Grizzlies gets an easy victory on the road by crushing the NBA worst team Washington Wizards with the final score of 140-112. Jaren Jackson Jr. led Memphis in scoring with 21 points in just 17 minutes of playing time, followed by Santi Aldama, 19 points, and Jay Huff, 17 points. For Washington, Jonas Valanciunas led the Wizards with 20 points, along with 14 rebounds, followed by Marvin Bagley III, who also scored 20 points, and Bilal Coulibaly, 17 points. In the 9th game, the Golden State Warriors defended their home court by beating the Minnesota Timberwolves with the final score of 114-106. The greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry, top scored for the Warriors with 30 points along with 8 assists, followed by his new splash brother, Buddy Hield, 27 points, and Jonathan Kuminga, 20 points. For Minnesota, Anthony Edwards led the Wolves in scoring with 27 points, followed by Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 19 points, and Julius Randle, 14 points and 11 rebounds. In game number 10, the Houston Rockets gets a road victory as they defeated the Los Angeles Clippers with the final score of 117-106. Jalen Green led the Rockets in scoring with 31 points, followed by Amen Thompson, 22 points, and Dylan Brooks, 19 points. For the Los Angeles Clippers, Nahshon Hyland led the team in scoring with 22 points, followed by Ivica Zubac, 21 points, along with 12 rebounds, and Kevin Porter Jr., 19 points. Clippers superstars James Harden and Kawhi Leonard did not play in this game. In game number 11, the Sacramento Kings demolishes the Utah Jazz by 44 points at home, with the final score of 141-97. Kevin Huerter led Sacramento in scoring with 26 points, followed by De'Aaron Fox, 21 points, and Domantas Sabonis, 19 points, along with 12 rebounds. For Utah, Keontae George led the Jazz in scoring with 25 points, followed by John Collins, 19 points, and Colin Sexton, 15 points. And finally, in the 12th and final game, the Los Angeles Lakers just snapped their 3-game losing streak with a home victory over the Portland Trail Blazers with the final score of 107-98. Anthony Davis led the Lakers in scoring with 30 points along with 11 rebounds, followed by D'Angelo Russell, 28 points on top of 14 assists, and Rui Hachimura, 23 points. Meanwhile, the King, LeBron James, just missed his first game of the season due to a left foot injury. Wow, the NBA has only one game scheduled for today, December 10th, as Jalen Bronson and the rest of the New York Knicks will be traveling to Canada to face the Toronto Raptors at the Scotiabank Arena. Tip-off will be at 8:30 in the morning today.